there's something that we have learned throughout all our high school years, and that is that the world population is only growing. And although we know that in many countries the world population is decreasing, the Earth can no longer sustain all of the 7.5 billion people in the Earth. Sum that up with the constant climate change. We made a small research regarding the point of views that people have regarding GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. We had one goal in mind: to create awareness of the constant changes in the Earth and how we are not able to satisfy them. We believe that transgenics are the answer for the future, because nowadays we have a constant increase of CO2 levels in the atmosphere, acidity in the soil. We also have less space for crops. We have less crops that are nutrient deficient, and we have people that are dying because of that. So that's why we decided to choose GMOs as the answer for the future. Can GMOs be the answer without being put under the spotlight as the villains in the story?
According to the interviews that we did, now I'm going to present some of the opinions that people had before explaining to them how transgenics work. Despite the age of the 16 people we interviewed, they all have a very positive perception towards science. Half of the people say that they weren't aware of the latest discoveries, focusing only in the area of interest or trending topics. 5 of them accepted not getting informed at all about scientific news, and only a very small percentage agreed being informed constantly by reading articles and papers from institutions such as CNN, National Geographic, and many others. Regardless of not being very well informed about transgenics, more than half of them support them or would like to be more informed that they don't harm our health or biodiversity. And one person was totally against their use, which leaves us with a very small population which doesn't know how transgenics work at all.
Bueno, no tengo mucho conocimiento acerca del tema, pero sé que los alimentos transgénicos son alimentos que en un origen fueron naturales y después fueron modificados genéticamente para obtener mayor provecho de ellos. En sí proveen de ganancias a quienes los producen, pero al final de cuentas, pues al no ser completamente orgánicos, están afectando parte al consumidor.
Yo creo que fue un gran descubrimiento de la ciencia y el avance de esta misma.
Son necesarios para la conservación de los cultivos ante las adversidades climáticas.
Food security refers to the realization of the right of regular and permanent access to enough food based on practices that promote nutrition, health, and that are environmentally, economically, and socially sustainable. However, in 2013, 900 million people were undernourished, and the number has kept going up. It is certainly one of the most important challenges of humankind. Genetically modified crops are a subject of public controversy and debate. There is a strong side against them, but fear fed by misinformation has shielded their advantages. Here are 3 ways in which GMOs could be a great tool to fight the challenge of feeding a growing population in a world where climate change is getting more and more extreme. First of all, GMOs help increase the production of crops, thus improving their availability. The changes in the environment due to global warming are making it more and more difficult every day to provide enough food for a growing population. Biotechnology can help aid in overcoming this issue by designing crops that are resistant to the new environmental conditions, like plants that need less water. Second, science also helps add nutrimental characteristics to food, like the golden rice in Asia that helps aid the deficit of vitamin A by adding this micronutrient to the rice. Third, it has been proven that GMOs can help aid in the socio-economical situation. 50% of all undernourished people are farmers that are in small scale in developing countries. As technology is becoming more and more accessible, researchers are able to produce GMO at reduced cost, with the seed produced available for public good, not profit, which are the cases like the golden rice. To sum up, genetically modified crops can provide more food with more and more nutrients, even in the changing environmental conditions. With the proper regulations, it could be a solution that tackles food security, health, and socio-economical spectrums.
No en lo absoluto, simplemente me reitera la idea de que pues no son buenos para la salud, sin embargo es lo que está vendiendo en el mercado y pues es lo que estamos consumiendo.
No, voy a mencionar con anterioridad. Yo creo que los alimentos transgénicos fueron un gran avance y descubrimiento en la ciencia, y esto nos podría en un futuro alimentar a la población.
No, mi opinión se queda igual. Cada día somos más personas, entonces necesitamos más y mejores alimentos para mantener a la población.
Pues estoy de acuerdo con respecto a la idea de que pues se vienen tiempos difíciles, habrá más sequías, más olas de calor y es importante reducir el uso de pesticidas en las comidas que consumimos, vaya, pero a largo plazo nos va a hacer mucho daño en cuanto a nuestro organismo, pues no nos estamos comiendo lo que es natural, es parte me gustaría la idea de consumir alimentos un poco más orgánicos, pero pues vaya, será un poco más costoso de lo que ya es actualmente.
Sí, por una parte estaría bien que comercializaran los alimentos transgénicos para, como ya he dicho, apoyar a la población en un futuro, siempre y cuando no se ponga en riesgo la salud de esta misma población.
Sí, se necesitan más y mejores alimentos. Además, tengo entendido que hay algunos que ya están a la venta.
Now I'm gonna present some of the opinions the interview showed after we explained them about how transgenics work. After we explained the arguments on how transgenic crops make a real and big difference nowadays, some of the interviews changed their perspective towards transgenics. 6 of the 16 persons were against them in some way, saying that transgenics could cause health issues. But after explaining them more about how they have a positive impact towards climate change, food security, economy, between others, 3 of them decided to be in favor. They also reviewed transgenics still be necessary and good for global issues, adding that they must be under control. We notice some people are doubtful and afraid on how transgenics affect human health. We can conclude that making more scientific articles that provide more scientific information, people would be more informed and create a positive impact, be in favor toward transgenics and use them properly.
As a team, we had the opportunity to investigate more about the myths and facts that surround the GMOs thanks to this project. And some of the highlights that we consider most important to mention are: GMOs offer a very wide variety of benefits that maybe aren't seen at first sight, but they for sure help us to tackle challenges in the social, economical and environmental spectrums, especially the challenge of achieving food security nowadays. And it is a challenge because many people fear this technology due to the fact that they do not know the benefits that this kind of technology brings up to the society. Thanks to the questionnaire and the interviews that we made, we got to the following conclusions. In first place, we noticed that everyone that answered the survey had a very positive perception towards science, despite of their age or their level of education. Even though the whole population had a big interest in science, we noticed that not all of them were aware of the latest advances or discoveries in this field. We also noticed that half of the population was unaware that GMOs were already on the market, which only reaffirms the points that we have a big challenge towards this information surrounding this new technology. Most of the people at the beginning of the survey had a positive or neutral perception towards transgenics, and it was very encouraging to see that after we explained our project and this field, some of the people that were doubtful about this kind of technology got more interested and open about it. As a brief summary, we have a big challenge in what refers to this information surrounding this topic, but we have an advantage. People are very open to discuss about this field, so it is really in us as engineers to tackle this issue about this information and to inform people about the kind of technologies that are now available in the world.